Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Because they even got that one dude trying to go into it. The fucking guy with the crazy ass mustache.
Hopefully this don't stop now, but let me do the motherfucking thing again.
That's good.
Part 6.
Men on Manor.
Take 4.
Take 3 for tonight. We've had a couple fucking problems, but this is Garage Talk number 2. We got a couple special guests. We got Samuel, aka Bravo. We got our other guy right here, Miguel, aka Migo.
Yo, ¿qué pasa?
We've had a good night of drinks. We've had some UFC fights, some boxing, and now we're just talking that shit. And that's what this podcast is.
Yeah, before we get into anything that we discuss, let's talk about that head kick, though.
That shit was nasty.
That head kick.
Oh, Chito?
Gross.
Chito broke his nose.
Smashed.
He said, "Guapate, cabrón." It was just crazy because he just timed it so fucking nasty.
That was nasty.
And I thought Dominic was gonna win that.
I did too.
I was just.
How much you put on?
That's not the point, Sean.
Man.
But it was good
That's why I
fights.
don't bet.
It was good fights though, for sure. And then the boxing match too. Fucking Telfima. That asshole.
Good night of fights. Good night of fights.
Great night of fights.
Yeah, I just really thought because there was a lot of championship fights though tonight though.
Yeah, well.
But they stopped a lot.
Yeah, that I don't even know their names, bro.
I don't even know their names either.
That Puerto Rican kid,
the co-main event for the boxing tonight.
that was crazy.
The Puerto Rican dude won.
Puerto Rican kid was demolishing Mexico.
Yeah, he was tagging his ass left and right. But the fucked up part is the Mexican dude, he got his ass knocked down. He got clocked with that right.
Wow.
He
He
faked him with
he
the
faked
left.
the left
Oh,
and went
okay,
for the
right.
right.
Faked him with the left.
Knocked him down, and he stood up instantly. Pretty much. He got wobbled. He stood up though. He wasn't wobbly, and the ref didn't even give him a 1 count.
Ref said no.
Ref
mas.
said right away.
No mas. No.
That was kind of fucked. Even Andre Ward was like,
That's some bullshit.
"What's going on? That's bullshit."
Everybody was right there. Was like, what the fuck is going
Yeah.
on?
And I like boxing. I enjoy it. But the one thing that I don't understand about boxing is all these weird ass belts.
Dude,
What the fuck do all these belts mean?
They got like so many belts, but like the actual ones that really matter are like the one fighters that don't want to fight nobody.
They just want to hold on
They
to
just
their
want to
belt.
hold on to that belt because in reality,
Ryan Garcia.
no, dude, the one who
Hey.
actually has the belt that matters is Devin Haney, though.
Oh, well, I mean, he
But
deserves
nobody
that shit.
wants to fight Devin Haney.
Right.
Everybody's ducking Devin Haney. How come Ryan Garcia didn't call it Devin Haney? Who was the first person that he called out? Tank.
Well, it's because he's trying to get his. I think the biggest thing for Ryan Garcia right now is he's trying to get his foot back in the door because he took all that time off for his personal shit. I follow like all of his shit. Like I follow his Instagram account and all that. So when he was going through all of his like mental health, if that was, I'm pretty sure that was the case, and I'm pretty sure that was the stuff he had going on. I think he's trying to just ease his way back into it.
I feel you on that, and like, you know, let this be a PSA about mental health and all that stuff. Not down on the guy with mental health. Mental health is a real thing.
Yep.
Definitely.
And it's crazy, so I would never doubt any person, a human being, dealing with any type of mental health and stuff like that because it's a real thing.
Yeah.
But if you're a professional athlete, man, you got to do what the contract says. You know what I'm saying? You know, he backed out so many fights.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, all right, cool. When people were starting to call him an Instagram boxer now, that's just how he was doing it. That's how he was personing himself.
Well, you know what it fucking is. Like I agree 100% about this mental health stuff.
Yeah.
But what does it fucking take to be like an all-time athlete? Like you're a top tier peak fucking human being. You gotta, and you don't have that fucking mental toughness.
See, but I think a lot of people.
What the fuck have you been taught?
Well, I think a lot of people,
You know
and
what I'm
that's
saying?
But that's the persona that all professional athletes get, is that these people are us four included. Everybody looks at LeBron James, fucking Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, all of these people as like that they're basically just like robots. Like like everybody just thinks like, oh, These guys just play football. They have no outside life. They don't go through divorces. They don't go through deaths. They don't go through all sorts of different things, right?
I wouldn't say that, because what the fuck does the media do? The media half
They
the
just
time,
hype it up.
They bring out
Like,
off
look
the
at what-
fi-
look
off
at
the
what
field,
fucking,
off the court shit.
Isaiah Thomas's sister. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
What the hell did they do the night before that game happened? They were just talking about that. You really think that guy really wants to hear
Yep.
all these major platforms talk about something that's really fucking personal to him?
Yep.
And then he fucking balled out because if he wasn't able to perform, he was gonna lose his contract the next year or something else fucking happened.
Yeah, so then the media plays a huge part in it.
It's just so fucked up.
Yeah.
So it's just.
I think the thing with boxing is we want to see the best fight the best. Like,
Yeah.
I think it just
For
comes
sure.
it just comes down to like that whole lightweight division with Kambosos, with Devin Haney, with Ryan Garcia, with Tank Davis, with Teofimo. Like, we just want to see the best fight the best, and it's like they duck each other. You know, like it's like, you know, you got De La Hoya over here, and then, you know, I forget is it Ellerby or
Yeah,
whatever.
the guy with Triple J and shit.
You know, but it's like everybody like ducks each other. It's like, you know, we want to see the best fight the best. Like when they said Ryan Garcia called out Tank Davis, I'm like, all right, set that shit up. Let's get that contract
Like
signed.
it shouldn't even be let's set it up. It's like we know this fight's gonna sell.
That should be next.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right?
mean? Like,
A lot of people say what it is these different, you know, it's ESPN versus DAZN versus
Or Top Rank
HBO
versus
or
HBO
whatever
and
the
all that
fuck
shit.
Showtime.
Well, so then,
Showtime,
okay,
yeah.
so then what about this? Would we say that I don't even want to bring his name into this, but is Jake Paul smart for what he's doing?
No,
smart. What exactly is he
like
doing?
Well, because you guys are talking about, we're talking about how whatever's gonna make the most money and whatever's gonna be the most entertaining.
that's how it's always been though. This guy, what
So
you
then
just
Jake
said,
Paul's a fucking evil genius.
he's just manifesting the shit out of it.
He's just an evil genius.
He's
if
just milking a cow that already has no milk, is what he's doing.
but he's making money off.
he's
He
making
is.
a hell of a lot of
He's
more
making
money.
a hella dough, but sorry to say, man, he hasn't fought nobody.
No, he hasn't. Of
Yeah.
course not.
And
And
like,
it's but then the interesting is, and again, I don't think he's a real boxer until he actually fights a real boxer.
I mean, we were supposed to see a real fight this weekend.
And
What was
happened?
it,
What happened?
Well, didn't who it was Tommy Fury?
No, it's
Hasim
Hasim.
something.
Hasim,
Hasim
Rahim
something,
Jr.
something Junior, yeah.
Against.
Jake
Jake
Paul.
Paul.
And he's a legit boxer.
Yeah, an actual boxer.
And
Okay, so who dodged that fight?
Who was also Jake? I don't know if you've seen the footage recently, but he was
Sparring.
He was a sparring
he
partner.
was Jake Paul's sparring partner, and in the footage that I seen, Hasim was using one motherfucking hand. One hand.
Really?
And
It was
what?
just-
And Jake Paul was. I mean, he was blocking, but he was throwing with one hand. And what was Jake Paul doing? She a runner, she a track star. His
That's what
ass
he was doing. He was just running.
running.
Really?
So
Yeah.
the reason why I think that fight didn't happen is that he knew he was gonna get beat the fuck up. He knew that. So what happens if you got the money? Here. If I said, hey, take this $2 million, let's not fight no more, and don't say nothing about it. Just say you're done. Would you take it?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. That's
He's a fighter, bro. That's not making that much money.
Yeah. As we
Which
know,
one?
Yep.
and that's what
Hasim.
Jake.
Oh.
That's what Jake Paul says, and that's apparently what he's trying to bring light to is the fact that fighters in the industry of boxing and UFC, or not even UFC, mixed martial arts, don't get paid like they should, which is
True.
mutually
True.
agreed.
Yeah.
Vaughn, correct, right?
Yep.
right.
So that's cool. Respect in that aspect. But for me, I mean, I'm the furthest thing from a professional athlete, but I love hooping. I love playing motherfucking, baseball, football, motherfucking anything with the ball. Shit. Fucking my wife says that in a past life I must have been a fucking dog, because if you throw anything to me, I'm gonna catch it and throw that bitch back, because I want to play catch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I love that shit, and dude, I just want to fucking ball and I want to play hard. Bro, take me to the church or to the rec center, to wherever it is. I'm trying to fucking win.
Right.
Trying to ball
I don't
out.
give a fuck who it is. I'm trying to win. And it's just so weird that these athletes, y'all already got
I feel
money.
you. I feel you with that because this was like the same mentality that I had going against fucking Avery one fucking day that we hooped. And it was like, oh, they were going to pick me up with the same team as Avery. And I was like, nah, I want to go against Avery. I want to go against the best motherfucking player that's there because he was the best player fucking there. And we're going fucking at it. I wasn't making shit, but I was playing harder than any other one of those motherfuckers there against him.
Right.
Nope, everybody was scared to guard him. You know what I'm saying? I just wish people still had that fucking same mentality as professional fucking athletes.
No.
Right.
Yeah, but how do you have that same mentality when everything has become so soft in the game that you grew up playing?
If it's
the
so
game,
soft, the way I see it, if the game became soft, I'm gonna manifest the shit out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like if it came up to like be pump faking and I know I'm gonna get a foul for it, I'm gonna James Harden that shit all fucking night.
Right.
Or if it came down to, hey, that guy's touching you so hard in the fucking ring, all right, cool. I'm gonna make sure he touches me in that shit so he can lose points. You know what I'm saying? It's just a whole manifesting a whole bunch of shit
Yeah,
to make yourself the great.
But then that ruins the whole. That ruins the whole sportsmanship of a sport, basically. You know, if you're basically, like you said, if you knew that if you pump faked and somebody jumped into you and then you shot the ball, you knew that you were automatically going to get 3 at the free throw.
I hate that.
What is the for a person like us to watch that? It's not enjoyable to watch anymore.
No.
We want to be able to watch what we grew up, and obviously you guys are older than I am,
And
so you
check in
guys,
all types of shit like that.
like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, and I don't even really watch UFC or boxing like that. I kind of got into it from when Sean invited me over last weekend, or 2 weekends ago, to watch the Nunez fight.
You're in this opinion, yeah.
Like, what do you... I just don't see how UFC can be fun when you're watching it if they stop the fight after the guy gets knocked down and yeah, he takes a couple of punches, but just keep the shit going. Everybody knows, if I don't care if you don't like UFC, if you don't really watch it, if you're a huge fan, everybody wants to see that fight go as long as physically possible. Obviously, their health and their well-being is the best, is in everybody's best interest. But like, what was that fight during that Pena card? Where, what's his name?
Brandon Moreno.
No. He was the black dude. He was a heavyweight. Remember when he got
Derek
knocked
Lewis.
out?
Derek Lewis.
Oh yeah, Derek
And he
Lewis.
got knocked down, but then he got right back up. But the ref called
right
it.
away. Yeah.
Call it.
Nobody wants to see that.
No,
Yeah,
not at all.
especially if you're paying for that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
But
I
feel
mean,
like-
even not even because of that, but if you're a fucking UFC fan, how do you not love Derek Lewis? And if you watch and like Derek Lewis, how do you not know that that's not the first time he's been in that fucking
Position.
It's
position?
Right.
And let me
What
ask
was
you a
his
question.
name? Alexander Volkov.
Knocked him down.
Knocked his ass around in the last 10 seconds. Derek Lewis was pink,
fucking his ass up.
boom, fucking knocked his ass out cold.
So for you guys that watch you have been watching UFC for a long time, how long has Derek Lewis been in the scene of UFC fighting?
A
For
long
a
time.
while.
A long time.
Derek Lewis has the most all-time knockouts in the heavyweight division.
And that's just
I
in
wish
the UFC.
I wish we could pull up.
Imagine the underground stuff that he used to do.
Right.
Also.
Oh yeah.
Right. I
So-
wish we could pull up clips because it would be interesting to pull up one of his older clips and see if there was a clip that kind of was relatable to the fight that was, what was that, 2 weekends ago or 3 weekends ago? Where let's say 5 years ago he got knocked down and was just getting pounded, but the ref didn't call it. That
Right.
just shows you that the integrity of sports has just kind of gone downhill and everything has become soft.
I think the thing with that though is that they're more worried about concussions and shit now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
it's serious.
Like
Well,
5
it's a
years
serious
back,
thing
like
because
five-
look at all the athletes.
like 5 years back, UFC, like no shit, dude. Like you'll be able just to bash a guy's fucking head in.
Well, yeah,
And then if
Yep.
they see the guy's arms just dangling right there, they'll still let it go for a couple more hits and then that's it.
Yep.
But nowadays, because they're trying to stop that,
Yep.
it's just more of like, all right, more insurance for the fighters.
Right.
Yeah. They again, like I said
So-
earlier, they want to protect the well-being of
Like
the fighters.
I
and-
get the whole well-being becoming of the whole fighter and everything, but I feel like if it's a hyped up ass fight, like let's just say with the next Kamzat fight, what comes out in fucking Nate Diaz,
Nate Diaz.
I'm gonna be fucking pissed if they do a stoppage like they did.
Because
Nate,
he's leaking.
if they do that again, I'm just gonna be pissed because I feel like if it's more of the hype fight, we want to just see those guys brawl the fuck out.
Not only that, but
And then, like-
not only that, but that's like for that example, that's Nate Diaz. Like
He's
Going-
been doing that. You know what
no,
I'm saying?
but that fight, that's his last fight on
Yeah.
his contract. That's Nate Diaz going away party, and that's why fucking so many people are mad that fucking Dana White gave him comes out.
He should have gave. I mean, honestly, personally, I
Should've
think
given Conor.
it should have been Conor and Diaz 3, or it could have been Jorge Masvidal and Nate Diaz 2.
for the BMF.
BMF
belt.
again.
Like
Yeah.
I mean, like they set Nate Diaz up to get killed. I mean, pretty
A
much
fan
For
favorite.
sure.
a fan
A
favorite.
fan favorite.
Stockton boy.
And he's not even an underdog in the fight. And that's crazy.
He's not.
Kamzat is.
I don't know why I'm looking at you, but how is he?
I bet Kamzat.
What do you read?
The way they see it is that supposedly Nate's gonna just brawl him out because Kamzat has no
conditioning.
rounds.
Yeah,
What does Nate have?
conditioning.
Nate has rounds.
Yeah.
We could beat the fuck out of Nate, and has he ever really
Fourth
got
and
knocked
fifth
out?
round.
Well,
Yeah.
look what he fucking did to Leon Edwards.
Look at fourth, fifth round. We all thought Nate was out,
Shocked
and
his
what
ass.
happened?
Nate, and see that's
You know what I'm saying?
That's why people love Nate Diaz, but at the same time you get frustrated because he fucking rocked
He just-
Leon Edwards, and instead of attacking that, he was just like, "Got you,
He
bitch."
was like, "Got you, motherfucker."
Hell yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, people are seeing it both ways with Kamzat and all that. Because Kamzat, we already know what Kamzat can do. We already know what Nate can do.
Mhm.
We know Kamzat don't got no conditioning.
No.
And we know Nate got conditioning and can take a punch.
Well, I wouldn't even say that Kamzat doesn't have conditioning, you know, because did you see that Gilbert Burns Kamzat
He
fight?
was human. They proved that he was human.
They proved he was human, but he got through it.
Barely.
That was such a good fucking
Barely.
fight, dude.
I
That-
think he
that made-
barely
that-
got through it, dude.
That made me have a ton of fucking respect for Burns.
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure.
A
Because,
fucking
dude, Burns
ton.
was just knocking him down. And what was Kamzat doing? Coming back up.
Yeah.
Just, nah,
No.
I'm going to wrestle you.
Hell yeah.
But I don't know, man. Kamzat's a whole different beast. But
So,
TJ,
Migo, to go back to your point, I've just been thinking about what you guys were talking. You were talking about how, like, so for people that pay for pay-per-view fights and they're stopping fights early and stuff like that, right?
it's a waste of money. I feel like it's a waste.
It's
of
a waste
my
of money. So guess what? Don't you think that as an organization, they would be like, you know what? We should probably let some of these fights go a little bit longer. Maybe do a little bit of retraining with the refs, because think about the revenue that they lose by having fights end so early. Because everything's about money. Everything is
Yeah.
about paper. Everything's
And that's
about
the thing too. Like with these major corporations, they don't lose money, bro. Because what do you guys see on these commercials? Beer, nothing but alcohol and some snacks and shit like that.
Well,
And what are we eating when we're watching that shit? Or
that's
when-
also
and, you know,
that's
Goes to
also
Jack's
true. And you
house.
so
also got
they're not losing anything.
Well,
at
they're
all.
not losing money because I guess that's very true. Because obviously, what does a pay-per-view go for?
$100.
$100.
No.
Okay, so
not
they-
even that. They're 75.
75. Okay,
They're 75.
so $75 for a pay-per-view. What you said is a great point.
Oh
because
no, that's depending on the fighter though. Now, if you guys haven't peeped it out, the higher caliber of the fight,
the more expensive
the
the
more
pay-per-view.
expensive it's going to be. But it never reaches $100, or it never exceeds over $100.
I've only ever seen it 75.
Because Canelo, every time he fought,
Well,
it's always been
I'm
100.
I'm talking about UFC.
Oh yeah, but this is like every other like, really? It's always been 75?
Yeah.
No shit.
I thought it
They're
was
75.
at like 60.
Okay.
But what's interesting is that, I mean, I guess I forgot, truthfully, these events are held at a fucking stadium where people spend thousands of fucking dollars to go buy tickets.
Hell yeah.
So our petty little, and the other thing is people who watch pay-per-views, they get a group together and everybody chips in. So everybody's spending maybe $10, $15, depending on how many people you have. When they've got people spending $10,000 on front row seats to go see.
Seats, drinks, snacks.
Yeah. Yep.
All that.
Just the seats alone.
So they'll
too.
never lose money.
So it's
That's
like,
true. Yep.
and that's what gets me irked. Cause
They
it's
always
like,
make
oh
up for it.
man,
Yeah,
bro. It's like
100%.
these guys are making a killing, and then like it gets me so mad because like they stop a fight so damn early, and it's
Yep.
like that fight should have gone at least like 2 more rounds or something like that.
Yep.
But it's
Right.
like
Not even 2 more, maybe like 10 more seconds.
at least.
At least give
at the
at least
fucking
give the
minimum,
fighter
you
at
know?
least give the fighter a
A chance.
chance.
I mean, not only that,
Chance.
but also for with that being said, for boxing, Deontay Wilder, I was a fucking fan of him. Do I think he's better than like Tyson Fury? Absolutely fucking not.
No.
But he was fucking furious when when the fucking ref called it. You wanna know why? Because he's a fucking warrior and he wants to go out on his fucking shit.
Well-
He, like the last fight, wants to go out on his fucking face on that mat. He either wants to win or he wants to be face down on that mat. No other way.
Yeah. Because that's how Tyson wanted to go out.
That's it. Yeah.
Tyson said too. He's like, they better not stop it. Tyson said, he's like, they better not stop that shit.
Yeah. I mean, even me personally, you know, like I've been in a few fights in my life. It is what it is. But my mentality is either I better be fucking down and out,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm going to be done, and you're not going to get up and follow me. I'm not going to worry about that. You know? Like, I may not be no professional fighter, but I got fucking heart.
Right.
You know? I'm going to make sure that shit hurts you. And that's how, you know, Wilder is. And I love that. That's why I like to watch him. But a
Yeah.
lot of other fighters
A lot of
seem
fighters
to not be
don't
like
have,
that.
It's just like that with that last Sugar Show fight.
Right.
When he supposedly poked him in the eye or whatever, and then
And
you
it-
see it in the
That
camera, and it's
fucking
like,
shit.
what the fuck? So
He barely touched him.
yeah,
bro.
and so like Sugar Show lost that fight technically.
No, it was no contest.
Yeah, but like let's just say like by default he lost because he poked him in the eye
Yeah,
because that's what
right.
it was.
Right.
But then they declared it as a no contest because they were gonna fucking make a big deal about it, and he
Yeah.
didn't touch him. But
That's what the world being soft.
yeah,
So
2020.
and the fucked up thing is for like mixed MMA. Back in the day, that shit was like hell in the fucking cell. Whatever you fucking do, you do.
Yep.
You gotta win that by any means necessary. I don't think back then they necessarily had maybe like groin punches or shit like that, but you could do more stuff. There was much less rules. And I think what would be an interesting twist on martial arts, or like the UFC per se, because I know martial arts is very respectable. Everything's like super, you know, respectful,
Yeah.
which is cool. I love that man to man. That's cool. But UFC, maybe let them fight. What you gonna do in a street fight?
Nobody's stopping me.
Any fucking means.
No, nobody's gonna
You're
stop
gonna
me.
win by any means necessary. Whether I punch dude in the balls, I hit him or poke him in the motherfucking eye, that's what you're gonna do. Why not kind of let them do it?
Because that's going against
The way I
basically code of conduct and making sure
Well,
that the
yeah,
players
but
are.
that's because
it's not
there's
even
that-
a code of conduct
there's
anymore.
that-
The way I see it,
They make
is-
that code of conduct, but you know what's the difference of me poking you in the eye or me fucking giving you a stiff ass fucking jab in the eye?
Right.
What's the difference?
Right.
You're still
Okay.
fucking up the eye.
Right.
You're still fucking up the eye.
I mean, again,
You
Well, there's-
gotta battle through that pain. You gotta train that fucking body.
no, but the thing is though, is so think about it this way: if you got punched in the eye, right? Yes, your eye is gonna swell up and your eye is gonna become very, very big.
Yeah.
With a poke in the eye, you're almost taking the
You can
chances
lose
of
your eye.
you're taking
you
the
can-
chances of going blind,
What happened?
losing an eye.
Michael Bisping don't even have an eye.
Michael Bisping, you're right. Michael Bisping didn't have an eye, and he still fought.
did like almost half of his
He
career.
got knocked out by Anderson Silva
Almost-
on the blind side because it was a referee's fault.
Almost half of his career. Almost.
Really?
Yeah.
Michael Bisping has fought with one eye. Also, to say he became world
He was a
fucking
champion.
champion
With
with
one eye.
one eye. If you watched him like on fucking Joe Rogan's podcast, bro, he was like, bro, I was doing everything to those doctors. I was lying, cheating. I was trying to get fed numbers to do anything by any means necessary to pass that fucking eye test.
And he said
just so he can still fight.
Till this day, he does not regret it.
Nope.
Damn.
After his career was over, that light went out. That's fine. It's still recorded.
Why does the light go out?
Because it's dead. It needs to be charged. The light needs to be charged. But after his, like Michael Bisping, after his career was over, then he decided to go have some procedure done to have like his eye taken out and have some sort of prosthetic.
Damn.
He has a prosthetic eye now.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
hard.
he takes it out all the fucking time.
That's a motherfucking that's a warrior.
That's some hard
And
right there,
that's
bro.
him fighting a prime
Anderson
Silva. A prime Anderson Silva.
Who was
Fucking
mean,
one of the
crazy.
greats.
He is one of the greats.
One of the greats.
100%.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
He's still-
He's a freak, dude.
he's still up there for top knockouts. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, it's
Title
gonna,
defenses, everything.
that too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a while. The only two people that were honestly to be close to beat it, I think Khabib beat it,
Israel Adesanya,
and
man.
him too. Or if not, I don't even think Khabib beat it.
I don't know.
What,
if he
title
did.
defenses?
Yeah.
No.
Well, exactly. What
John Jones did.
No.
John Jones is number 1.
Is it?
14.
14.
Okay.
I think Anderson had 11.
And then Khabib tied up with
No.
No?
Khabib is at like
he beat
Title
he beat
defenses?
Silva.
he did not beat Silva. Pull the shit. My phone's recording. Pull the shit up.
All right, well, he's pulling that
Yeah,
up real
Khabib
quick.
does not have a lot of. He's not even top 5.
And title defenses?
It's John Jones, and forgive me, this is not like in order, but I do know John Jones is number 1. It's John Jones, Anderson
It's
Silva.
actually Anderson Silva was 16.
We're talking about UFC.
UFC.
No way, bro. They just put the fucking thing on the like TV.
Oh, shit. My boy.
John Jones is number 1.
Demetrius Johnson, then it's John Jones, then it's Anderson Silva. We forgot about Mighty Mouse.
No, I was gonna say Mighty Mouse.
Oh, did you?
I was
Okay.
gonna say.
So it's Mighty
Anderson
Mouse and
Silva,
John Jones
John
with
Jones,
11.
Mighty Mouse, Amanda Nunes.
So right here at the top is Mighty Mouse with 11, John Jones at 11, Anderson Silva with 10.
John Jones has 14.
Does it?
Yes.
Says right here, 2020.
Right?
I could have swore. I
Bro,
said
they've been
14.
showing that fucking
clip.
or not even a
Showing
clip,
like
the
14.
numbers, he's number 1 at 14. John Jones, even I follow him on Instagram, he has said like he's the number
He's
1
got 14?
Yeah.
14.
I think when Amanda
Kamaru's about to beat it if he beats this last one because he's on 13.
I don't know. But whatever list
Kamaru over GSP.
You're crazy as fuck.
Bro.
Take that back.
I don't even know if you were here yet
No,
when he
bro.
said this.
Bro, I'll debate it.
You're gonna grow another one of those things on your face. Don't
I'll
stop lying.
debate it. I'll
You-
debate
hey,
it. I'll
you
debate
wanna,
it.
You want to know, like, the difference between them two? I think Kamaru has the power, but I think GSP is more technical.
GSP is more technical and more fundamental and more ground game heavy. Kamaru is just more.
Power and, like, wrestling.
He's more genetic
Yeah.
hefty. If that makes any fucking sense.
That makes sense, but I just think like
GSP had to work for that shit.
right, and I just think you take GSP in his prime and put him against Kamaru right
GSP
now.
all day.
I don't think so.
Oh, you're crazy.
I think,
don't
I
think
think
so.
it'll be pretty close. But
It'll be a close fight,
I'm still.
but if
taking
it's on
GSP.
ground game, GSP's whooping him.
GSP didn't even beat Johnny Hendricks.
Oh my god.
Can we go back and rewind that fight when GSP got fucked up and the judges let him win that fight? If you look at Johnny Hendricks' face,
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. But
This
if we're
is
talking
before
about
you,
like
bro.
I know. That's why I'm just sitting here.
conditioned, everything like that, GSP's winning.
against Kamaru,
Kamaru.
I don't think so, man.
I think prime against prime.
I don't think so, man.
GSP was a crazy animal. dude.
GSP was a dog, and I mean,
If anything, if it really came down to it, I even pick who else was in that weight class back in the day. Was it Matt Hughes too?
Matt
Matt
Hughes.
Hughes,
Matt Hughes is,
Matt Serra.
is dominating. No, not Sarah. Sarah, not at all.
Matt Hughes is dominating Kamaru.
And wrestling?
Get the fuck out.
And wrestling?
No,
You're gonna tell me no?
no,
No way,
bro.
dude.
Nigeria Nightmare, bro.
You're crazy as
Nigeria
hell,
Nightmare.
dude. You're gonna tell me right now Matt Hughes is not even gonna compete with it?
He might compete, but
Bro,
I
he's
just,
fucking him up wrestling game.
I don't know, man. It would have been nice to see, man.
It would have been nice to see, just like LeBron and Kobe, or like LeBron and Michael. You know what I'm saying?
The difficult thing about the greatest of all time. It's kind of a never-ending conversation.
I feel
right.
Which sucks. Everything is a hypothetical. Unfortunately.
Yeah, which sucks.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it does, especially as an athlete. But one thing totally going fucking right field with this. Can we all say that Wilt Chamberlain?
There we go.
Oh my god.
Bro, who the fuck was he facing?
To get 100 points?
Yes!
Plumbers and construction workers.
Fucking carpenters and...
That's all he was going against. Because think about it. Everybody back in the day, bro,
aside from the great Bill Russell,
jobs.
And then came to play basketball.
It was just like us, pretty much, to go
Bill
play
Russell,
it was like Papa.
R.I.P. Shut up, bitch. Bill Russell, him and Wilt going head to head, that's great. But everything else, bro, you seen clips. Wilt looked like a motherfucking horse running down that goddamn court.
Hell yeah.
And them motherfuckers was dribbling like this.
We're over here already crossing people up and shit before it was even a cool thing.
Come on.
I'm like, okay, we get it. We gotta respect it, but I feel like the most points ever made in a game that had to be highly, highly, highly respected.
Kobe.
We can't. It's Kobe's 81 points.
How many field goals did he take that game?
Doesn't matter.
I'm just curious.
Probably like 40.
A lot.
Probably like 45.
Probably more than that. Bro.
It had to have been more.
It had to
if
be
he
more
dropped.
than
If he
that.
dropped 81,
40,
how do you?
45
I'm
to 50.
gonna say like 70.
I'm saying
Oh,
like
hell.
65.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like 70.
65. 45. That means he literally went 45 for 45, damn near.
I'm gonna say 70, bro.
Or he made 25 threes.
He made 46.
Out of what?
Ooh, that's pretty good. He made 46 of what?
How many?
No.
did he take?
Hold on.
He made 40.
Wait, you said he
Shut
made
the
46?
fuck
He
out.
made 46 shots.
How many did he take?
Okay, so yeah. If he
It was
made
61%.
60.
Well, it's not telling me shit.
So
After that.
61 of 45.
No, he said 61%.
Okay, so
And then he also made 7 out of 13 3-pointers that game.
Who the fuck was on his team? Smush Parker,
Lamar
Kwame Brown, like
Lamar Odom.
some garbage ass players.
Shannon Brown for sure.
With all due respect, but damn.
Rick Fox.
R.I.P. Kobe, man.
Hey, y'all,
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
you was talking shit that y'all shut up when he said 7 for 13 for 3, though.
That's decent.
That's deep. That's what I'm saying.
7 for 13?
Yeah, for 3.
Oh, yeah.
Luka.
Hold on.
Don't fuck with the podcast now, man. What you didn't have a like field goals attempted?
No, it just showed me whatever the hell it showed me there. Here, I got you right now.
Damn, what was that shit? You fucking with the flow, bro.
28 out of 46.
See, listen to that shit. 28 out of 46.
With 7 out of 13 3-pointers made.
The fuck did I say?
And
shot 46 shots and he
made 28.
and he made 28, but 7 of them were threes. That don't add up.
That don't sound right.
No, not at
So
all.
7 times 3 is 21.
Right.
So what the fuck?
That's it.
And you know what? Well, you know what's not involved in the field goals? Free throws.
And it even says right here, free throws are made 18 out of 20.
Okay, so you made 18, so you're at 21 plus 18. You're at
Plus 18 plus. What was it? How many field goals made?
28.
28. So there was 7 there. So that's 22 times 2. That's 44.
So when you add it all
44 plus 21 plus.
plus out of the 2s out of
18?
the 18 out of the 20 free throws, it's 81.
That's
Okay.
you
81.
were one off. Nice job. Teeth?
shit. What I say?
Alright, so I'm going to switch out the topic for a second. I'm going to go way left on this one. So we were talking. I mean, it's not really way left, but we were talking about MMA and UFC and shit like that, and how like it changed from way back then. It was way different than it is now.
Mm-hmm. Nah, bro, you fucking up the flow, man.
Bro, my bad. I'm getting.
Go ahead.
No.
No, man, we fucking trying to build something here.
I'm coming, man.
Do you want to pause it for a second, and then you could just add the two?
Nah, go ahead. Fuck it.
Okay, so WWE.
Oh my god.
No. Listen.
Bro, we went from football, MMA to NBA. This motherfucker come out. WWE.
WWE?
It's because I brought up.
Because you want to know why? Shawn Michaels, boy. Shawn Michaels, best wrestler ever. Don't you look at me like that. What's wrong with you? You're only 24. Settle down.
Bro, he wasn't even there
Jeff
for the
Hardy?
attitude era,
He
bro.
wasn't.
Jeff Hardy?
Jeff Hart. Oh my god, that's so basic, bro. It's like saying like,
We're
oh, what
talking
coffee you
about-
like? Starbucks.
Okay. No, but we're talking about the greatest fake wrestler of all time is Jeff Hardy.
No.
Bro, how do you even...
Kurt
like,
Angle.
How do you not think about... What do you think
Triple
about...
H.
What
What are you talking
say-
about?
when you say the greatest of all time, for some people, I'm not saying this is my greatest of all time, but when you say someone, what's the greatest of all time, how do you not, like, right off the top of the bat, and this is like, I feel like just big household names, how do you not think Stone Cold?
Well, yeah, Stone Cold.
Undertaker.
Or Undertaker, or the,
Right.
or
The
The Rock.
The Rock. Or
Right.
if not, like, even when it came down to, like, our era when we actually started watching wrestling, like Edge and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
And listen, don't bring my age into this, because I was fucking like 4 years old watching WWE with my fucking cousins. My cousins had the rings. They had probably every little
Dude,
fucking action figure.
Avery had that shit.
They had every little action figure character. Dude, my cousins got so into that shit. They used to be like doing like all the moves, everything. But no, what I was gonna like, the reason I got on this topic is, so we were talking about MMA. Migo, you just got back. But we're talking about, when we were talking about MMA, we were talking how it kind of switched back then, how it was a lot more, they let the fighters go way harder and actually beat the shit out of each other.
Well, yeah, of
So
course.
now-
These motherfuckers were using fucking tax and shit in fucking wrestling matches and shit. With
So what
Mick
I'm-
Foley and all that. You
So,
know that?
so what I'm saying is, do you think now? Do you
Yeah.
think
Like
back
that
then, WWE was more realistic than it is now?
For sure.
Do you think?
Wait, more realistic in what aspect? Of actual wrestling or what?
Okay, so I actually, you know what's interesting? I saw a clip. Do you guys? I don't want to bring up other.
Out there caking and shit.
Why you over there caking and shit for?
I wasn't even caking.
You bullshitting.
For real. Well, we on WWE, bro.
WWE.
You remember how big I was on that shit,
Bro,
but
so with the boys, Sylvia, we got them 2 wrestlers today
Yeah,
because
I saw
Tremaine
that.
wanted it.
Yeah, because
And
Tremaine was playing with them
I
shits.
told Sylvia, I'm like, man, me and Avery used to have all the wrestlers. We had the fucking ring. We used to be in the bench like,
all of that, bro.
But anyways, what was you getting at? You said the best at, and I said in what aspect? Actual
Yes,
wrestling
so-
or what?
No, so I saw a clip of Triple H on a podcast talking about, there is a specific clip, and you can look it up. It was when he was, who was he wrestling? Shit, I just looked it up. Fuck. Was it Kurt Angle?
Boy.
Angle? My bad.
Kurt Angel. Completely written off now.
Shut up. Shut the hell up. So it was Kurt Angle. So it was when he was getting ready to put him through the announcer's table.
Okay.
Do you ever remember watching that and seeing the table break before they actually went through it?
Oh, well, of course. Like,
Okay, do you know what Triple H said about that? He said that was not planned, and that when they fell, when he, like, I wouldn't say came to because he didn't get knocked out or anything, but when they fell, he heard Kurt fucking snoring because he hit his head on a fucking, like, teleprompter, basically. So that's basically where I'm getting at, was, like, do you think that shit happened that wasn't actually supposed to happen? Like when Jeff Hardy fucking swanton bombed off the fucking cage, like you don't see that type of shit anymore.
Well, of course, man. You got to realize that these guys got to start following TV regulations now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Like they got these like 20 like.
So then
much,
is that why MMA is so, and that's why the UFC is so soft now, because they have to follow?
I'm pretty sure, man. Like a lot of shit has changed ever
I wouldn't
since
even
from
say it's the
2000.
TV
I would
regulation.
say 2014. From now,
Was when everything
a lot of shit changed, man. From like, take it from our era. You know what I'm saying? There was shit that we used to say that didn't used to offend nobody.
Well, yeah, you can't say
And
shit
like
no more.
now,
Joe Rogan.
you can't even be like,
Oh, yeah.
hey, bro, your shoe's tied wrong. What the fuck you mean, you people? You know what I mean? It's like you can't say shit to nobody no more.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you gotta really be on like, your 10 toes if you want to just fucking be like, hey, man, those some cool ass shoes
Right.
without offending somebody. Like, what the fuck you mean?
Yeah.
But that's just how it is now, man.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I didn't really get my question answered by you. Do I think back then was more showmanship and maybe now is more like wrestling? Yeah.
What do you mean by showmanship?
It was a motherfucking beautiful show back then.
Dude,
It was-
the
Dude,
storytelling,
the story,
the
yeah.
wrestling, like, dude, we had fucking people fighting for custody back in the day for a wrestling match.
Fucking
Dominic
Ray-
Cruz
Ray
and Eddie,
Myster-
Rey
Rey
Mysterio.
Yeah, Eddie
Bro,
Guerrero.
remember that shit?
Yeah.
Who
R.I.P.
gets custody?
Eddie.
And then you had Kane kidnap Matt Hardy's girl, and then he had to travel through fucking Kane's fucking little lair and shit. You know what
Or
I'm saying?
fucking when all of a sudden it was the Kane and the Undertaker are
Yeah.
brothers.
Yeah, and that too.
Like, what?
Yeah. Like, and dude, we even had like in Friday night. What was it? Friday night.
SmackDown.
Monday
You
Night
had-
Raw.
Monday
You
Night
had-
Raw, SmackDown.
You had Lena and fucking Edge having sex on fucking public television. You guys remember that shit?
Pretty fucking much.
Yeah.
Dude, the shit that
Everything was fucking phenomenal back then, bro.
it was. It
What
really
a, what a
was.
time to be alive. man.
Yeah.
Rent-free days, boys. Rent-free days.
And you know what's crazy too? Like off the topic of just sports and wrestling, like our generation, you too, kind of.
For throwing me in.
I mean, it's kind of you too, but like for us, for real, we're in such a weird middle point of like being like babies and toddlers and like little fucking kids with nothing, like no technology,
We didn't have nothing.
to then kind of getting into like the late elementary, middle school. That's when the iPod,
PlayStation started
the
coming out.
Well, the PlayStation's been been around.
I always had a
Nintendo.
system, but it was always like I'll play the system at night or on Saturday mornings, and then like the rest of the day I'm gonna be out chilling
Fucking
with my bike.
outside hooping.
You know?
You know, like it was such a
Well,
weird,
doing hood rat
such a
shit.
such a weird.
Like, cause I
time.
can even say that for myself, and like I said, there's obviously an age difference between you three and then me. But like when I was growing up, dude, on fucking like during the summer, I was riding my bike with all of my homies, getting into shit, doing dumb shit. Now you got, as a lot of people call them, you got iPad kids now.
Wow.
Yep.
Everybody just wants to sit inside and be on their Xbox, be on their fucking PCs, be on their PlayStations, their iPads, watching fucking cartoons. It's not like it was back then.
That's why a lot of kids are like so obese and shit now, man. Like you see a lot more of that shit than usual.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You think that's why kids are like so socially awkward now?
Hell
Yeah.
Man,
Because I remember me growing up and my
but
parents.
then the thing is, like, they blame it on, like, I'm not saying that this isn't what it is, but like they say it's like autism and like stuff like that. But
ADHD.
it's like if you allow for your kid to spend all day inside through the summer and
there's
not
no
go outside,
there's no human interaction.
what do you think is gonna happen?
Like I remember growing up, like my parents would introduce me to their friends, and I was like, I wanted to talk, I wanted to be like social. You got kids now, like when I meet like young kids, it's like, this is so fucking awkward.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
this is so, like, kids are just not
How they used
quote
to be.
unquote what they used to be. Yeah, I'm
Right.
trying to like figure out how to say it, but it's just
No,
I mean,
I
like,
feel you. And like the thing with me right now, because I have 3 of my own. I got one that's 13, one that's 10, and one that's 6 right now. You know what I mean? So like the whole tablet and everything, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie and stunt on like the whole fucking thing, like, oh, my kids are always outside type of shit, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they'll be on their tablets and shit, and like, I don't know, they'll just start going outside and shit for like hours and shit like that, which I'm fucking happy for. You know what I'm saying? But like, one thing I can say is that like the whole socially awkward shit, like, man, I'm so glad my kids got like social skills and shit.
Yep.
Because they're always fucking with each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, I feel like if that sibling's always there to fuck with each other or something like that.
Well, and you also, I'm sure you're also not the parent that just lets their kids sit inside. You just said that. Like, your kids go outside, they do shit.
That's because he's outside.
I'm always doing some dumb shit. You know what I mean?
So I think it's all about how they're raised and how they're brought up and how you're.
Yeah, and that's just all it is, because like my daughter, she's a natural born leader. Like, she's just a fucking leader, man. She'll just be like, we'll go to like a family partying or something like that, and she'll be, bam, right there. I'm gonna tell these kids what to do, and that's it,
Right.
which is fucking crazy. And my two boys, man, they're just. They're like not followers, but they're like to be like secluded type of shit.
Right.
Yeah.
They're like, whatever, I'll sit back type of shit.
You know, that's kind of how, you know, my two boys are. Tremaine, bro, he's.
got a phone charger?
Oh,
you don't gotta go out your way.
Give me a minute.
You're good.
Tremaine, bro, he's just on go. He wants to be the. I mean, he's the big brother, so he wants to be on top. You know, he kind of feeds that. He gets that energy from me as well. I'm the big brother. On my dad's side of the family, I'm the oldest cousin. On my mom's side, I'm the oldest male cousin.
You're the alpha male.
Yeah,
And just like me, I'm the oldest of my brothers and all that
yeah,
shit too.
yeah.
So,
So he might look exactly like my wife,
it's just
but
you,
he is a like his little personality, dude, is fucking me. You know, my pops, he sees it. My mom and dad. You know, you see it. Everyone sees, like, that's little Sylvia, but it's little Sean at the same time. And then my middle child, he's just so chill. We could be just chilling in the house, and he'll be happy doing his own thing. We always include him, but he's just like, I'm just kind of chilling.
You know?
that's how my youngest is right now. Like, my youngest is in that, like, that's cool, like, I'll fucking join and shit, but it's like, I'd rather just be on my own shit.
Yeah.
And like, well, my daughter too, a lot of people don't know this, that, you know, she's not really my daughter, but I stepped into her life when she's 2, and it's crazy from like, she's not mine, you know, genetically and shit like that, whatever the fuck you want to say, but it's crazy, man, because she has my attitude, my everything and shit, and it's fucking wild, because just like what you're saying, it's like, she's the spitting image of me. She may not look like me, but her whole attitude,
Mentally.
You know what that is, though?
It's just all me.
But what that is that's, you said that you raised her when she was at the age of 2. I mean, you kind of just, she was around you so much, she kind of just inherited your traits and kind of just.
Just you.
It's you know what I'm.
It's me. Like,
you know
when
what I'm
people
saying?
say
Like all of the
Yep.
characteristics that you have from being around her at such a young age, she kind of just inherited those traits in the way that you act and the way that you think and the way at a young age she saw how you were as a person, and she kind of just held on to all of those things.
Yeah, and I like it, man, because now it kind of just sets that standard of like, all right, cool, I'm not just gonna fucking deal with any fucking dirtbag and shit. If this motherfucker don't act like how I want him to act, then I don't want shit to do with him.
No.
So I'm glad I set that fucking standard for her already and shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Why do you think parents? Why do you think it's so hard for? And I have no children, but why do you think it? Why do you think it's so hard for parents who come into a child's life when they're 15, 16, kind of at that ripe age where they think they fucking know everything, and they're it's because their brains are developed and they don't really give a fuck what anybody. They don't give a fuck about who fucking come. You know what?
Oh, I'm not laughing at what she's saying.
What you laughing at?
I'm just smiling at my guy right here. Keep going though. I'm listening.
Oh, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like like they're their brains developed and they kind of are set in their ways and
Yeah,
before you can
it's
have
just
any
like
actual
before you can have
impact.
influence on them.
Yeah, it was just like me and my stepdad. When I first met my stepdad, I was like already 10.
Right.
And I was just like,
There's nothing you can tell me.
the fuck you want from me? Like,
Right.
the thing with me is it was kind of like a weird situation because like my parents left me, so I was raised with my grandparents.
Okay.
So I was like, motherfucker, I don't really got to see you any fucking time, but when I just come over to go see my brothers.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But like after like maybe 2-3 years and shit like that, I kind of got out of it because I feel like at my age, what the fuck I went through, I feel like I just handled my shit as a bigger person.
Yep.
But like still to this day, I don't show my parents any fucking like, you know, disrespect or like that. Like fuck you guys left me. It was just more of like I became who I am because of you guys.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, like with my stepdad and shit like that, like I ended up showing him respect because I was seeing that he was showing up to my games. He was showing up to this. He was showing up to that. And then he was like saying like, you know, I just want you to know that I'm always gonna be there for you. And then right after like a couple years and everything, I started calling him Dad.
Yep.
It wasn't there. It wasn't a couple months there. It was like literally maybe 6 years after he was married with my mom and shit.
He had to put that work in.
So it was just there, and then like he's always been there for me. So I was just like, you know, it is what it is.
Yo.
But
Supposed to end this shit.
What's that say right there?
Low power mode.
Oh, cancel.
Cancel. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean that's just all it was though. So I get the whole aspect of like the whole aspect of like the kids not listening to shit because that's how I was. But I feel like I was just more matured of it because like there's fucking kids that be like, man, fuck my step parents. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck that, fuck this, fuck that. They'll be like 30 years old. I don't fuck with them. You know what I mean?
Well, that's because I guess another thing to that is like their parents, their actual parents, if it's their dad, if it's their mom, is chirping in their ear saying, "Oh, fuck your stepdad, fuck your stepmom," like type shit.
And that's what's crazy because my daughter had that incident with her dad, and he was like, "Oh, that's just your friend," and then she was just like, she kind of like was like, "What, motherfucker?" Like, right. So like, it was crazy because like when we were kind of going through that like little bump in the road and shit like that, and like him trying to like now include himself in because there's a new guy in the role and shit like, I get it, but I even talked to the guy straight up front like, hey bro, I'm not here to take your role. I'm just here because, you know, shit worked out between me and her mom, and I'm sorry it didn't work out with you, but I just want you to know I'm not going to show any disrespect to your dog at all. You know, shit like that. I let him know what was going on and what happened. The goofball got married and had something else, and you know what I'm saying? Is he even there every fucking night? No. You know what I'm saying? Which is more fucked up. So he made himself look even more like a clown.
Yep.
And I'm just like, whatever. So that's why it's like, it's made my relationship with my daughter even more fucking stronger than anything. Because she knows I've always been there for her. And then like, it brought a fucking like kind of tear to my heart one time when she was just like, you know, like I told Avery one time, she wanted to rock my last name. She's like, I want to change my last name to yours. And I was like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, that meant a lot, but it was like
that impact you.
It's because the impact. Yeah, it's exactly what I was saying.
And then like when she started calling me dad too, I was just like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, I was just used to one little person calling me dad. Now she's there, and it's like, I never like, you know, you guys know like them step parents, man. I'd be like, oh, get the fuck out of here. You ain't my kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I cherish the fuck out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Holy shit.
Embrace
like,
it.
Yeah, like
which is a weird thing because you probably the whole time you're hoping for that, but you're never expecting it.
Yeah, you're not expecting it because
you never want to take
of like the negative shit that can still come out of it. Like, you're forcing that kid to tell you this. You're forcing this kid, and it's like, I never pushed any of that shit on her. When she called me dad for the first time, I was just like, all right, cool, I'm in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like by like all the other shady bullshit that I've been going through and all that stuff, like I'm glad she can even say like I'm still her dad and shit like that. So I'm glad as a step parent I was able to like step up and do what I was able to do and shit like that, other than, you know, dealing with that shit that like kids go through and shit. But I got what the fuck you were saying with that though.
Which is kind of cool, and I wish that name held more meaning, you know. not saying obviously with parents they sometimes they just don't work as a team, as a couple, and it's not the kid's fault. And there are those cases where the parents they mutually are cordial with each other. They're both there for the kids, and that's great. But then there's other times where maybe that parent's not there, or whatever, or even the parent is there, but then a step parent comes in the picture, and they don't necessarily have to, do the things that the parent actually has to do, but they're still a model, a figure in that person's life.
No.
Step it up.
Mhm.
That's like, in my mind, that's where step parent came from.
It's just like
step it the
like
fuck
it's
up.
like in basketball. It's like step up or get the fuck out of the way.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was just like because like when my daughter was 3, and like this was before like me and her mom were like to that state of like even living together, like me even asking to watch her type of thing, and she was dealing with like a whole babysitter thing because this clown wasn't in the picture. And I was like, I'm free today. I don't got nothing to do. You want me to watch her? And for her to say yeah was like the biggest, like holy fuck, you
That's
actually
a
are gonna
trust.
let me?
That's a trust thing.
So it was just like, all right, cool. So right after then, I was like, yeah, you're gonna be mine for good and shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, like when I took that responsibility of like me, like I'll watch her, no fucking problem, dude. Like she's no fucking bother to me at all. Changing diapers and shit like that. I love that shit, man. She's mine. I raised her.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, you did.
But still to this day, man, she's fucking 10 years old now, fucking talking shit.
Shit, just like we've been doing
Just
all fucking
pretty
night,
much.
you know?
It's fucking hilarious, man. She got like the biggest fucking character fucking persona ever, dude. She tells it how it is, man.
Right.
She tells it how the fuck it is, man. And I love that shit about her. She's literally me in a girl's body. And I talk some mad shit.
Nah, for real.
We were all over the place tonight. God damn.
Wow.
Went from
MMA, boxing, all types of shit.
MMA, boxing,
football,
basketball,
fucking
man,
football,
we
but
went
basketball
everywhere.
and football got cut out.
Let's go Dallas.
Go Bears.
Fuck out of here.
Go Packers.
Man, go Bulls, go Bears, go
Yeah.
Cubs, go Sox,
Brewers.
Blackhawks.
You know you don't mean the Cubs.
For real, the
Come on.
Cubs, man.
You got a
just saying
Sox
that
hat
because
on. I
your
got
boy's
the
sitting
Sox.
next to you. You're just saying that because Sean's sitting next to you.
No, for real. Like, I fuck with all the Chicago teams, man. Chicago Fire.
fan.
Chicago Wolves. Chicago Wolves.
Hey,
like,
just before I end this real
What are you,
quick.
King County Cougars fan
Kane
too? or
County
what?
Cougars. Like,
Before-
man.
Rosemont too?
What's that? The Sluggers. No, what is it? It's Sledgehammer, something like that. Go ahead.
Before I end this real quick, I went to Rally House in Geneva. Obviously, it's all Chicago themed and everything. And then they have the other surrounding teams that are like, they have the Packers. They got a